It's not a halftime show, but the opening ceremonies of the Olympics are on.
Oh, yeah? What are they doing?
It's just Super Mario Brothers.
Turning Point USA should have gotten AC/DC and they could open with Highway to Hell.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if it was actually Super Mario Brothers? This guy's running around with pizzas. No, it's I don't know. It's a bunch of people running around on a stage. They look like they're kind of ghosts. Do you remember that weird one in France where it was like several miles long and they went by the castle and the guys were playing heavy metal and it was just
That's cool.
And then they had that drag queen floating boat and it was just so
Are you talking what was the band? I can't Gojira. You're talking about Gojira's performance? Yeah.
Yeah, so wait, just leave it to Bell, right?
Brother Bell, man.
Beltanica.
He is.
He's like, oh, that was good cheer. Those guys had a #1 hit in Italy and France called Flardy Nardy. It's one of my favorite ones.
He knows who plays the instruments. He knows who wrote the songs. Brother Bell knows all that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, I didn't even know they were a real band. I thought they were just a bunch of guys that rolled in and just started doing their thing, for the they put them together for that day. That's a real band?
That actually, that's a real band. They had a following already, but as far as in Europe, it put them in the stratosphere when they did that.
Okay. I don't know who, I wonder if they're going to get the guy from Italy that sings that song where he just strings together a whole bunch of American words.
And it was a hit.
Not only was a hit, there's an Italian guy. Do you know how many albums he sold? He sold like 300 million albums for some ridiculous amount. He's their biggest star. He and Elvis competed for years of being like the biggest star in Europe.
Wow.
So, yeah. And he just sang a song. He thought it was funny. I don't know if you've probably heard it, Bell. Bell and I always laugh about it. It is a song, Ken, where he just puts together like 200 American words, and some of them he just makes up. And because he's like, it doesn't make any sense. Nobody knows what it means, but it was huge. Huge.
Kind of like that Gangman style or something.
Yeah, that's a song that obviously pulled attention because of the music.
Yes.
And he was able to get away with putting slop over as far as lyrics because the music was so good. Yeah. And the Italians, I don't know what their percentage is in terms of speaking English, especially back then, but if you don't understand the language anyway, it doesn't matter how much you're butchering it.
No, back then, and you go back 50, 60, they didn't speak English, and everybody was more fractured. When Europe got together and flying became more prevalent, because if you fly, you have to, if you're an air traffic controller and you're a pilot, you have to speak English, no matter where you are in the world, because the air traffic controllers speak English. And because you may be Italian and you're flying into China, you probably don't speak Chinese, and they probably don't speak Italian. But everybody speaks English.
So they just use that as the common international language for air traffic?
Yeah, that's it. So what ended up happening was the world started to get closer when Europe started to come together more, and business starting to be done in a much more global thing. It was just easy for everybody to learn English, because if you come together, the common language is going to be English, and partially too because of our entertainment. Our entertainment it's crazy, but our entertainment also brought English to the world because everybody wanted our movies.
That's the whole reason ABBA sang everything in English, is because it netted a wider audience.
Yeah. Well, that's what you want, a bigger tent. You want a bigger tent, no doubt about that. So the Super Bowl's this weekend. Beside everybody into the Bad Bunny stuff, who's like, why aren't you making fun of Bad Bunny? Here's what I know about one of my best friends in the world. His name is Pablito. I love him. He was my producer out in Arizona for a long time, and he's like family to me. Pablo has been telling me about Bad Bunny for years. He's like, dude, you got to go to Bad Bunny show. I'm like, all right, whatever. The guy puts a hell of a show on. He does. He's amazing, but he's been screaming in my ear. He's like over the moon. Like he didn't care. Pablo, if he was playing in the Super Bowl, he's like, I'd skip the Super Bowl to watch the halftime show. This is his jam. So, it is what it is. And people like it, they don't like it. People complain about it, they won't complain about it. I don't think he's going to do anything untoward. And you got to think about this, guys, too. Think about this, Ken and Bill. the pressure that he's under from people who are activists who want him to do something and to say something. But also because he's promised the NFL he's not going to make it political. And he's not super political. He's a fun, like his whole thing is, I want to dance, I want to have fun, that kind of stuff. And this poll thing, and he wants to go out there and, this is an opportunity for him to bring his message to the world. You got Green Day playing there too, because they're from San Francisco, Oakland. Let them do the political stuff.
Yeah, they did an entire album called American Idiot that was all about the Trump administration and the American right.
Yes. There you go. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. So the first Super Bowl, Los Angeles, 62,940 people there. It held 75,000. You could walk up and buy tickets that day. $12. Adjusted for inflation, 105.
Man, those were the good old days.
Those were the good old days.
Of course, you only made about $10,000 a year.
Yeah. That's it. So when you look at that compared to now, because it wasn't a juggernaut, it wasn't what it is today. The Super Bowl, $10 million for a commercial, 30-second commercial, $10 million. That's to get the commercial on the television. That's not filming the commercial that cost you millions. Big money, by the way, in being a commercial director. Huge money. Huge. You make more money being a commercial director than you do being like directing a movie, unless you've back end and it's big.
What in the world are we doing?
Yeah. So one of my good friends, he's a director, DP, and he shoots. He's like the second. He goes, the director of some commercials. When he was telling me, he goes, oh yeah, they'll get $120,000 a day, $200,000 a day, and they'll be signed for 5 days. To film like an Arco commercial or AM PM commercial or whatever. You're like, nice. What are we doing, guys?
We just need to go out and catch a tuna that lands us like $250,000. Go out. We need to go rent a boat, go catch a tuna.
Okay, wait. You're already cutting into our profit margin. We need to do it from the shore.
I don't know if you catch a tuna from a dock. We go down to Galveston or Corpus Christi, fish for a tuna in the Gulf.
That is. How did you go from? What was that one the other day sold for? How many millions? And he's like, "We just want one for 250 grand."
Remember?
I want a tuna for like 4 or 5 million. Taxes are going to eat up. We each want to walk away with at least $1 million.
Yeah.
I've watched these auctions that they have in Japan where the fishermen bring in their catch and they clean it and then they get ready to start auctioning it off. And these guys are like hardcore serious. You're buying something for $1 million or $2 million that you're going to, it's going to last you about maybe a month at the most, depending on how busy your restaurant is.
Yeah, you can catch. So basically, the amount of money you can get for catching a tuna varies widely from a few $100s for common species like albacore to potentially over $1 million for a single high-quality Atlantic bluefin tuna.
I watched a guy the other day because, everybody films everything. They were pulling in one of those giant tunas somewhere. And it wasn't going to be $1 million, but it was going to be a few 100,000.
Yeah.
And up comes a shark and says, thank you. And you know what the shark doesn't need? Money.
No.
He wasn't bummed.
So, all right, so the people who buy the tuna and, turn it in, sell it, I wonder how much money they get because, I guess that tuna ends up in cans.
Oh, no. This tuna is
that's all super sushi.
That's super sushi, and the people that are buying it or appearing at the auction are very high end chefs.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Michelin star. It's all Michelin star. Which, by the way, do you know most restaurants don't want a Michelin star because when you get a Michelin star, after you get a Michelin star, about half the restaurants go out of business.
Interesting.
Because people expect certain things. And they make it such a certain way that it becomes hard to do business. It's like you want it to be good, but you don't want to be that good. You want them to come in and go, hey, this was great. And you're like, don't give me a star. Don't give me a star. Don't.
Because then the expectations.
The expectations. Look, I wasn't even supposed to be here tonight. I microwaved all this.
Well, we still
all my sauces come out of a can.
All of my sauces.
We still need to catch a tuna.
What's the name of your chef? Boyardee.
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 What's his first name?
Uh-oh. We got a Mariah Carey.
What?
The Italians have hired Mariah to sing. Oh, wow. Can you imagine the diva in that stadium?
Right. You think she's singing that Christmas song?
No. It's time. So far it looks pretty good. I mean, as much as it can. I still, to this day, the Chinese opening ceremonies were ridiculous. That's what happens when you don't have to worry about paying anybody anything. Yeah. Better not screw up because, Xi's watching.
Right.
I can't, and I think the Olympics here, I can't wait for the World Cup to see what how good our opening ceremonies are. And tonight's weird, too, because I think, if I'm correct, I think they're doing 2 opening ceremonies at 2 different stadiums because the cities are 6 hours apart. So, but yeah, I forgot Mariah was like the headliner.
Well, I'll be
damned. Go, Mariah, go.
Man, she just keeps on going.
You know who's bummed?
Who?
Probably Madonna.
Because what's Madonna up to these days, man? I haven't seen anything from her in a while.
I don't know.
Counting her money.
Yeah.
When I worked at Maverick, which was the record company that she owned, that was a partnership between her and Warner Brothers, one of the, I think it was the general manager, was talking about being out on the road with her, and she went to an art gallery, and she bought a $500,000 painting, and he's like, "Why are you spending that much on just a painting?" She's like, "It's only one more hit single."
Yeah, for a week. It's only one more hit single for a week. So
the last stuff I saw from Madonna, man, is she was, wearing, yeah,
she's wearing things
clothes
she shouldn't be wearing
at this age.
Yeah,
yes.
at this age,
which she's got to stop. She does not have to do that sort of thing.
No,
I don't get it, man.
I don't get it either. And look, and she got so thin. Do you remember when she got so thin? Her arms, you could like see the muscles in her arms to the point it was. It's look, you were like a virgin. You were awesome. All those things. You don't have to wear lingerie everywhere.
She doesn't.
I don't even know where she lives anymore. She's still in Europe.
No, she's got houses all
with
over
her
the
fake.
place.
Remember when she lived there and she's like, "Hello, everybody, it's me, Madonna."
She was married to Guy Ritchie?
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie. Yeah, so.
I still love Madonna.
Still love me some Madonna as well. But tonight we got Mariah, and she's looking great. Oh, Mariah can sing, though, can't she?
She can, boy.
Whoa, she can bring it. She can bring it. The sports of the program is brought to you by National Certified Alarms and Long-Term Contracts, license number 645. We were talking about the cartels earlier. We got a hilarious liberal losing her blanking mind and coming up with something that is not true, but it's funny. We'll talk about that amongst other things straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 987. Somebody said we're lukewarm Christians because we're supporting the Olympics. And they're mocking God. I'm like, I'm seeing people in Giorgio Armani suits, and we can't hear anything. So I have no idea what's going on. I didn't see them do anything.
I don't know what they're doing.
Got to stop reading into stuff.
Yeah, I don't care about the Olympics either way.
Yeah, I don't care about it either. I care, like, I like watching the sports. I don't care. It's fun, I like watching the sports and stuff that we'll never, like curling. We're playing curling next week. You guys got to come out and hang out with us.
We're playing curling.
Is that what you were playing it? We're playing. I don't know. What do you say?
I don't know.
This texter followed up on your comment.
About?
You don't remember the last Olympics when the big fat Jews mocked Christ in the Last Supper?
No. Well, was that the drag queens?
I don't remember, but it's just the big fat Jews. Like everything's the Jews' fault.
Everything's the Jews' fault. It's my favorite thing about the Christians. They're like, "Oh, we better stand with Israel," but the Jews. I'm like, what? I don't remember that. Was that the drag queen thing that I was talking about? I can't remember. I just remember the dudes in the rocking out inside the giant, huge was like a castle, and they're all standing on the windows.
Yeah, they're each one on a separate platform.
Yeah.
And that made it look really cool, honestly.
And let's be real. What's the real thing we remember from the Olympics in France? Ray Gunn, the break dancer.
Absolutely.
She screwed up so bad that it's not going to be in the next Olympics in Los Angeles.
Oh, Man.
That's how bad she screwed up. Now you know how you guys were in Italy because they're doing a moment of silence and a special thing for Giorgio Armani, the fashion designer at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, look at that. You know who? So we've got our guys and gals are wearing, they usually wear polo, right? Ralph Lauren, but they've got Skims. They're wearing Skims.
Skims.
That's the, what's her name? Kim Kardashian? Kim Kardashian?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you guys go. Look at that.
Those Kardashians, man, they are just ahead of the game.
Hey, we're almost an hour and a half into the show, and we have yet to criticize Teresa Boreal-Zaplin today. I mean, we're kind of slacking off there, guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see. Well, yeah, she's bad, but I think she knows that.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so get this.
Okay.
And this happens from time to time when they're restoring power. But we've gone, last time I checked, we had like 650 outages. All of a sudden, it shot back up to 3,522.
So what you're saying is no, guys, we're supposed to have less, not more.
Well, it's probably one of those deals where you had to disconnect something in order to connect other people. Hopefully, it's just temporary.
Yeah. So...
But man, that's quite the jump.
So, man, that is quite a job. So I wonder if they're, what was it? I'm still trying to figure out who designed their $250 million text thing, which was such, and it goes, like, if you guys didn't hear yesterday, they spent $255 million on a new communications text line thing that they could send out to all of the people to let them know if there was potential for, horrible weather that could cause disruption in service, et cetera, and if things went wrong and it didn't work. And I still don't know if I have a feeling it was more probably operator error than the text, because everybody seemed to get text, but the people
the wrong ones.
Yeah, the people who designed it, they weren't the ones who were sending the text.
The thing that kills me about it, though, I mentioned this yesterday. They spent $250 million to put an information system in place for just over one county because they go outside Davidson County some. The White House screwed up launching the Obamacare website, and they spent $300 million doing that for the whole country. But NES needed $250 million to screw up for one county plus.
Yeah. And $255 million, and it's a text. We have our text line. You guys are shooting me hateful texts, and some of you are shooting me funny texts. A lot of them hateful.
So this is the push notifications that were telling people their power was back on when it wasn't.
Yes.
Okay.
And or telling them that their power wasn't on, even though it might have been, or telling them nothing. It would send something saying, "Hey, there may be a disruption."
It was just sending out wrong information.
Yeah. That's again planning. Power out in Hendersonville, says one. I was hoping 1825 saying I was hoping the Australian dancer was coming back.
Me too.
I wish that too. I do. That was my whole thing with that was just the announcing too, because they had no idea what to do.
I think some of them thought it was a joke.
Yes.
And the judges' face, the looks on their faces just cracked me up.
And
they were just in disbelief.
I thought it was going to be like You Got Served, that movie, where they're all going to be out there in their uniforms, right? And then you just point to somebody, and everybody's got 3 minutes on the mat, and then you point to somebody else. And instead, it wasn't that way. And it should have been. They should have made it like it's like a street dancing kind of thing. Rather than that sterile thing. But once she came out and she started hopping around like a kangaroo, I was like, she wins.
Crazy.
I would have gave her a 10.
Just because.
Just because you made me laugh. Nashville Electric lineman. With the wind blowing, I'm sure broken limbs will blow out of the trees and tear down lines. Oh, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because there was a lot of wind. When I was walking in today, there was a ton of wind. I was like, oh, man, I hate the wind.
We do not need wind right now either.
No.
In fact, we do not need any wind in the months of January and February.
Yeah. Okay, if you're going to give us cold.
No wind.
No wind. If you're going to give us wind, you got to make it warmer.
Yeah. Well, what is wind good for in the winter? Nothing. Like, I get it in the spring because it blows pollen around and everything and pollinates all the plants that we need and all that.
Probably to blow off all the dead leaves. See, look at that here. Look at us, guys. We're putting it all together. We are science. I am science. Who am I? Coming up, I got some of your text messages. Talk a little bit about the Obama. What do you call it? It's not a tweet. It's a truth, right?
Yeah, I guess they call it truthing.
Yeah, the truthing overnight by the Trump administration. We've got some other fun stuff on the way as well. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. We were talking about the cartels earlier. Here's this wackadoo nut who thinks the cartels are coming for ICE.
The cartel? The cartel is targeting ICE agents.
No.
And gangs all across America are banding together to fight this bullshit. Needed this good news today. You've got to understand, if the cartel and rival gangs coming together to fight you, you f*** up. And I am all for that. Go get them, boys.
Why don't you join them, honey?
Yeah.
Why don't you go out there and help them?
They are not.
They're not.
They are not hanging out and fighting with everybody. Just to let you know. You know why? Because that brings heat. You know what they don't want? Heat.
What a moron. What a maroon.
What a maroon. They don't want heat.
I bet she's got a lot of likes, doesn't she?
She got a lot of, what are you doing, you dumbass? I don't get the cartels. You know, the cartels all got together and they're getting together and they're going to start fighting.
Boy.
And they're going to go up against no, they're not. They want no part of that. They want no part of it. First of all, they know they're going to lose. If that would be it. They know they're going to lose. They want zero part of it. You know what the cartels want to do? Fly under the radar.
Yep. They want to sell they want to push their weight. Make that money.
Yeah.
That dinero.
It's unusual suspects. They want to be Kaiser Sose, where you think they're real, but maybe you don't know if they're really real, but there's a legend about them.
Right.
That's what they want. Kaiser Sose. That's just, people are so stupid.
People believe that.
They do. People absolutely believe that. I don't. They want no part of fighting us at all, because that means they would have to fight us here. Do you think they're coming across in droves to fight us here, the cartels? No. And if they wanted to fight Border Patrol and ICE, they could stand on the border at the Rio Grande and pick them off one by one.
Yeah.
They don't. They want no part of it. When I was at the Rio Grande, so I was at the Rio Grande, spent some time down there because one of my stations is in McAllen. So I went down there. We spent a couple days on the Rio Grande with riding around with the Border Patrol. And they were telling us, so first of all, people don't realize, they think the Rio Grande is like, you and I you could throw on your opposite hand across the Rio Grande. It's not very big in certain areas. I mean, it's nothing. And they said, so the federales had worked out a deal with the United States that they had put boats, in those cool boats that you drive around with a big fan in the back, They had some federales and some of their army guys that lived in America undercover and would patrol to go after the cartels. And they would tell us, the Border Patrol, we would hear gunfire between them and the guys on the river, and our boats would come around the corner and both sides would stop shooting because the cartels don't want to get into a situation where it's going to bring more heat.
Right.
They don't like it. They don't like it at all. So good luck to you, though, if that's what you think.
What a maroon.
What a maroon. So earlier today, somebody said it's called posting truth. Is the instead of truthing, it's posting truth. I said, okay. So somebody posted truth, and now what did the White House say? That it was somebody else that did it?
It was a staffer.
A staffer. A staffer that did it, and that staffer will probably Trump, and because he's the only one up at 1 a.m, right? And truthing stuff. Well, one of the things they posted up, and most of, I think it was 60, and all of them, for the most part, from what I understand, were about it's something that a guy, local politician in Kentucky, posted about the 2020 election and how it was stolen. And at the end of it, it was like Trump taking on, like it's the Lion King or whatever. That's how they spun it. But it's got Michelle Obama and Barack Obama as apes. Unforced heirs, as Ken said. That was unforced heirs.
Yeah, you got to look at the entire thing before you're going to put it out there. Or maybe, just look at the entire thing, put it out there anyway. But I think this is one of those things where I don't pretend to know or what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, the White House says it was a staffer who put it up there, then it went out on the president's, platform, Truth Social.
Yeah.
But it sounds like to me that if that's the case, the president, if somebody sends it to the president before he posts it, he didn't look it all the way through.
No. And that's his plausible.
And that's bad.
Here's the thing.
That's not smart.
With Trump, you could say, oh, there's no way. There's no way he looked it all the way through. Because you know him. He saw the first thing. Oh, I like that, and sent it. And it's not the first time. The problem with this is it was their defense of it.
Yeah, the explanation. Well, and then if you're offended by it, you're an idiot. But we took the post down anyway. All right, so if people are idiots for getting offended by it, then if there's nothing wrong with it, why do you have to take the post down?
Yes. Yeah, and with Senator Scott was there was several Republicans who came out today and were very upset about it. And part of the reason too is some of these guys and gals are in close races in the Senate and in Congress.
Yeah.
And you know what they're exhausted by? Having to defend Trump a lot. Having to defend Trump all the time is exhausting.
I mean, I could see this thing going this way. Trump wanting to troll his critics, the No Kings thing. He saw the first part of it and thought, this will get him. But he didn't watch it all the way through.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But then you don't defend it and you say, you know what? We didn't realize that was on the back end, and that's not, that's not how we believe. And that's it. And
we
then
made a mistake.
It was a mistake, and you move on. But, you got to remember, Trump has, he and Obama, he wasn't born here. He's a Kenyan, Barack Hussein. I mean, that stuff. And then you post something like this, and people say, well, where there's smoke, there's fire. And then you come out and say, oh, it's because Trump's the king of the jungle. And you're like, okay, again, you're defending something. If you're explaining, you're losing.
Yeah. And if it was a staffer who watched the entire thing and then said, here you go, Mr. President, this is something you can post, then that staffer is a moron. Probably needs to go.
So, yeah. That's and that's the other thing. Is anybody going to be fired? No. Nobody's going to be fired for that. Because he's not, because nobody did it. It was him. He said, yay. That's fine. That's fine. It used to be, I remember when he was on the campaign trail, it was Carolyn Levitt that was the one. He would tell you what to say, and they would type it at 100 miles an hour and just truth it out. Or, excuse me, posting truth. It's crazy. Crazy. So, but you don't have, less unforced errors is the best thing. Less unforced errors. That's what you're going for.
Maybe just stop trolling.
Yes. Oh, that's
because you just open yourself up for more mistakes.
Yeah. And what you do is you give people ammo, if you will, slings and arrows to go after you.
Oh, I'm telling you, dude, this thing's got life all the way to the midterms, brother.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
Because even if it is a mistake, it's not going to matter because so many people out there are clueless as to what's really going on, and they'll just look at it and say, oh, yeah, this guy's racist.
Well, we got some racists on the text line. Did you see that one, Bell? 3325, we were talking about Obama, and they're like, why are you sticking up for him? Because I can't believe they put a colored in the White House.
Yeah, never should have put a colored in that house. It's the White House.
That's got to be that's a troll. That's probably
No, there's
tiny.
actually people out there that think that way.
Yeah, there is. But it's it's funny.
Look
It's
at these
funny.
fellas.
You guys get it. I would say, you know what? We're going to be out of, where are we going to be? T-line? We're going to be playing curling, so you don't want to come out there for that. Although if you're going to, they've got duck bowling.
Duck bowling?
Yeah.
Quack.
Yeah. Isn't that the little balls? The little ones and the little, and then they've got the curling. We're doing the curling. So come on out and hang out with us. It's going to be fun.
Australia's got a Winter Olympics team.
Yeah.
They don't have winter in Australia, do they?
You know what's funny? It's summer in Australia now. So
I thought it was always summer in Australia.
no, they get, but they don't have. You know, when Jamaica did the bobsledding, that's when athletes realized, oh my God, we could do bobsled.
Yeah, that's
You know, we can do that
that's
stuff.
right.
Oh my God, nobody wants to be on the skeleton team. Nobody wants to be on the one-person luge team.
no.
And so people, you know, they go for it. So Austria, I heard, is it Mongolia is supposed to have the best outfits today, the coolest outfits.
Ah, look at there. Austria's carrying people on their shoulders,
Yeah.
Brother Chad.
Yeah.
A strapping young lad with a beautiful young lass.
117 athletes. Very diverse nation.
Now, they definitely have winter.
Yes, they do. I'm surprised they only have 117. It's not like the summer games. Summer games have so many. We always have the most athletes for whatever. The Russians,
Because we got to beat China and Russia.
yeah. And then the Russians are, well, they're there, but they're not competing for Russia. It's the, what do they call it? Like they compete under the Olympic banner because they're not allowed to compete in this and the World Cup and stuff like that. They have to compete under the Olympic banner.
They're just having a good old time over there.
Oh, yeah. What do they always say about the, what is it, where the athletes stay, the village? How many condoms they always have to get? Why would they do that? Because you've got 20-somethings that are at the peak performance of their life, and they're gorgeous. That's why. And they're all walking around with the most testosterone, hyped up for their games. It's crazy. It is. All right, coming up, we got some more fun. We got some of your text messages, all kinds of good stuff. Straight ahead, Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. It is weird, right, Bill? People feel that they can just say, hey, you know what? Nobody's looking.
Hey, let me tell you what I'm all about.
Yeah. That's
I'd never say this in public, but
yeah, ever say this in public. Well, Bulgaria, here they come. By the way, Bosnia has 5 athletes, and there was like one person with a flag. Like the other 4, like, we're not going, Tim.
And Brazil was dancing, man. They were partying.
They're always dancing.
Man, they were just having a good old time.
They're always dancing. You know what? You could have had, like, why is basketball a summer sport?
Yeah, because it's a winter sport.
Well, it's indoors.
There you go.
Why? It's when is basketball play? When's the
Well-
NBA? And they're playing now.
Yeah, well, our best players are they're in the season now.
Yeah.
We might not win the gold. It's best that it's in the summer.
Well, we brought the world basketball, and they improved tremendously. And, they've beaten us since then in the gold. But hockey's the big one here as far as everybody likes figure skating, right?
Speed skating.
Speed skating's fun. I like short track.
Here comes the Canadians,
Oh, I say how many athletes do they have? Here
Looks
comes
like 300.
211.
211.
211 athletes. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Here comes Canada, doing Canada church stuff. Go Canada. Hockey. I wonder how many we're going to have.
500.
Because when you watch the winter opening games are so much shorter because when the summer, every one of these countries will send athletes to the summer games. There's not a lot of African nations out here. Not a lot of South American nations.
No.
It's, there's not.
I've only seen Brazil so far.
Yeah, I haven't seen, I don't know about Argentina. Uruguay, we got Uruguay. You guys there? Although Uruguay, Chile, it's cold.
Yeah, I mean, they got snow in the mountains.
Yeah, the Andes. So we'll see. But I'm excited because I like the boob sled, somebody said.
Me, I said that.
I'm like, there's a boob sled? What is that all about?
And Sally's response is, that's a sport I could get interested in.
Yeah.
That's a whole bunch of Canadians right there.
That is a whole bunch. And no, not outdoor basketball in the winter. Somebody texted in. Although that would be fun. Make them play on ice skates. A little bit of fun right there, kids.
The Canadians aren't very good at dancing.
What's the winter sport where you're skiing but you have a rifle and you're shooting?
Biathlons. Biathletes.
What the hell is that about?
So originally, if I'm correct, that was that's how they used to train in the military. And it is amazing for your that may be cardio-wise, it's the hardest thing out there. And so, because you're shaking by then, because your body is the muscles are cramping, and it's about being able to hold steady. So, and it's, I love watching that because those guys are like, but I mean, it's not ski jumping with wiener juice.
I wonder how difficult it is for the athletes to get their guns into countries that are really big on gun control.
Well, they're in Italy. The mob's like, we got whatever you need.
Give us a call and throw us a little coin.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun there. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program. We got some fun stuff, a little Finally Friday, and who knows what else we're going to do. As the Olympics are on, we're having a good time with that. Got some of your text messages, and boy, some of you, as Bell said, really, you feel that comfortable, huh? Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.